100% Chelsea. Now, I know people are waiting for the sequel, but I don't think we're going to need another rant today.
No.
2-0. It wasn't, I don't think it was the perfect performance, but it definitely was a more assured performance. What was your analysis on the game?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think, it was a scrappy win. But, 3 points on the board is better than what's been happening over the past few weeks. I'll be able to watch Match of the Day tonight, which would be nice. But, 3 points on the board, that's all that's important. I thought players that got that, so for example, Rahman. I mean,
exactly.
you can see why Mourinho said he wasn't quite ready, but without games, he's not going to get any better. And I thought, he had nerves today, he was nervous. And I thought he did okay in that position. Obviously, it's a clean sheet, so that's always good to have one of those. And I think we can just move on from that, which would be quite good to see what will happen out of that.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely pleased seeing Rahman, seeing Loftus-Cheek especially, who unfortunately got taken out of half-time. I don't know if there was an injury, but yeah, I definitely think, I just want to pick out some players. Willian, Ramirez and Diego Costa, for me, they're the three top players. Who was your man of the match today? Because there were, three clear candidates today. Who was your man of the match?
I definitely agree with those three candidates. I mean, Ramirez ran his art out, put in the tackles. There was one moment, where he stopped the ball, put it around someone, which was quite good. Costa, he's a warrior. He was doing his job today. He was getting the balls. He scored a goal. That turn to set, which we thought was going to be a second, but it turned out to be an own goal. Absolutely fantastic. But for me, the standout candidate, because he's been consistent all season, has to be Willian. I mean, just the way he was passing the ball, he was moving about. And you just to put creating chances. I thought he was very, very good today. I'd have him as my man of the match any day of the week.
I mean, it's just the ground Willian covers that's just so impressive. Like, for instance, he set up the first goal basically, pressing down and then giving it to Costa to put it in. So I think it was a really impressive performance from him. I think he has to be like the first name on the team sheet, in my opinion. Do you agree?
I would definitely agree with that. I would always have Willian on that team sheet because this season him and Azpilicueta have been our two best players. Even when we've looked down and out, they've always run and worked hard for the team, which you've got to have players like that, and players who are running up and down wings and just trying to close down play and just running their hearts out like workhorses basically. That's what you need in every single team, and I think those two players themselves would always be on my starting team sheet.
Now the defence today was a little bit shaky. I think we should have probably been 1-0 down. There was a chance for Gested. Our defence went to sleep. But for me, as the game kind of continued, we seemed to grow in confidence. Do you agree with that? Like, I thought John Terry kind of got better as the game went on. We still look shaky, I have to admit. We should have been 1-0 down, and we were lucky because I think in previous weeks we would have been 1-0 down. So what were your overall analysis? Because I think Azpilicueta, brilliant intercepting the ball. Rahman, as you said, was a little bit shaky, but that's going to come with time. He has to get experience. So what were your overall feelings on the defence today?
Like you said, I thought it was a bit shaky. Confidence wasn't the word I would use. I wouldn't use confidence. I'd probably be more likely to say resilience. I think they got more resilient as the attacks came. They kept getting it away, kept keeping their shape, which is what's important. But you can say confidence, but I'd say you'd have to wait a couple more games. I think you 1 or 2, maybe 3 more games to see if they have grown in confidence. I mean, in a game, there is always growing confidence, but that's not a word I would use today. I would use resilience because we still look shaky. They still almost shades of Southampton where we went 1-0 up, and then towards the end of the first half, they were really pressing, really trying to get the ball off of us. And Begovic pulled out some great saves, which he has been doing for the past, ever since he's come in for Courtois. And I think I'd use resilience. I wouldn't say confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I think we stood here, over a month ago now, talking about the Arsenal game and the win, and we thought it was going to be a 2-0 and that was going to turn around our season, and it just didn't happen. I've asked this to a few people now. What do you think needs to be replicated? I'm talking about team selection, just the overall way the team played. Because what I liked about today was just the pressing, the intense pressing on Aston Villa. Players like Willian, Ramirez and Costa really stepping up. What do you think needs to be replicated on Tuesday in the Champions League, which is going to be a tough game away at Kiev, and also West Ham going forward? What do you think some key elements that need to be kind of shown also in Jose's team selection and tactics?
Well, I think what you've summed it all up there. I think he's changed the overall tactics with pressing, not doing all this fancy passing, because that wasn't working for us. Direct, hard pressing football is what was always worked for us, and he seems to have stepped back to that. I would keep the back four the same, personally. I think that they need to grow as a unit. I mean, one of those players will be next couple of years. He will not be there. However, will be players that will be able to step into the fold. I think if they grow as a unit, they'll be much better. So that's what we need. I would keep that in terms of team selection. It's difficult with the holding midfield role because Loftus-Cheek started as a number 10 today, and I don't think it really suited him. And I think I would start Loftus-Cheek alongside Ramirez to see how that works out, because I thought Ramirez worked hard today, and Loftus-Cheek's worked hard. They're both engines, so it's they can get in there, get the tackles in. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, obviously, bigger, so he can win headers, stick his legs in, a bit more tackles, stronger built. Ramirez just that quick bit, just get the ball out and off we go. I still think Fabregas is almost in there for a name. And I don't think you should be in there. Even Hazard, he was saying he's not immune to benching. He's not, and that was shown today. He didn't play great. But he came
set up the second goal though.
Hazard, no.
No, I'm talking about Fabregas.
Fabregas.
Set up the second goal.
Yeah. See, I still don't think he played great. He kind of set it up, but the rest of the game he didn't do anything. I mean, whenever he got the ball out of the fence, instead of passing it forward where there was loads of space, he was passing it backwards. He's in there for his name, and he needs to improve.
Yeah, I mean, I would have personally maybe taken off Fabregas at half time and brought on Matic and kept Loftus-Cheek in there and put him a little bit deeper. But what are you going to do? So that has been the sequel to Louis. No rant needed today. 2-0 win. That was what mattered, and we're back to happiness. Hopefully. I predicted, and it wasn't the best performance in truth. We didn't play outstanding today. More, it was just about getting a result, which I was happy about. Team selection.